Hello everyone, welcome to Moreality, your channel for React Native content. In today's tutorial, I'll show you a simple example of how to implement the text input component with several variations, including a custom text input component implementation. So now we're going to go over what the text input component is and how it works. The text input component is a foundational component for inputting text into an app via a keyboard. Props provide configurability for several features such as auto-correction, auto-capitalization, placeholder text, and different keyboard types such as a numeric keypad. Alright, now let's start by adding a components folder on the left side. By right-clicking, clicking New Folder, and typing in components. And in that folder, we're going to have a file called text input component.js. Okay, so now we are going to type in RFNE for React Native Functional Export Component. Now, we already have preset text here, so we're going to go over to app.js and add in our text input component. So let's replace this text component with our own with text input component, and make sure it's the one with the file path. And this is going to be self-closing. So now we can see our text from our component right here on the screen. Okay. So now that we have our text input here, you can't see it because there's no placeholder text, but if you click in the middle of the screen, you can see that there is a text input there. So now let's go over a few props. Prop 1 is going to be placeholder, which is going to be set to a string, and we can call this enter ... Now you can see it on the right side. And then as soon as we type, as soon as we type over here, it goes away. Alright, now let's move on to the next prop, which is going to be called placeholder color. Placeholder text color. Now you just gotta, if it crashes, you just gotta restart it. Yep, ignore and refresh. And then this is going to be set to a string, and it's going to be gray. See, now it's a little bit darker than before. We can comment this out to compare the two. See? Alright. Now the next component to go over is keyboard type. So we could click on this keyboard type, and you could do Control Space if you're on VS Code, and you can see all the different types of keyboards that there are. So the one we'll just be going over numeric today and default. You can explore more on your own if you want, but now we can click on numeric. And if we go over to here and click on enter, the keyboard might not pop up, but what you can do is go over to this IO over here, hover over keyboard and click toggle software keyboard, and then now it pops up. Now you can see that it's only numbers, signifying that it's a numeric keyboard. Now if we wanted to, we could change it back to the default by going back to over here and changing this to default. Now we got letters. Okay. Now let's go over prop number 4, which is secure text entry. Now, secure text entry is used for if you want to hide somebody's password as you're typing it in. So you might notice in some social media apps, when you're signing in and you click on the password and type something in, it turns to these black dots. This is secure text entry. So this hides your password and keeps it safe from anybody around you. So now the next prop will be Multiline. And let's set that to true. So now you can see if you type multiple stuff and hit enter, you can see that there's multiple lines of text. So if we were to set that to false, you would only be able to type in one line when pressing enter. So set false, click this, we could do that, and if you press enter, it doesn't do anything, it just exits out of the text input. We could also comment this out so that you can see it. Enter, see nothing happens, it just exits out of the text input. Okay, so now we'll move on to the last prop, which is going to be max length. Now with max length, you can stop somebody from putting in a ton of letters if there's no need to do that. So what we can do is set it to 10 and then type 10, and then now it's going to block you from writing anything else into it because it's at a max. Alright, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Our new schedule for posting is going to be every Friday, so stay tuned for that, and have a good day. Thank you.